Alright, we are new to Meridian 59 and we're going to make an account real quick. I'm going to start the new character slot, hit OK. I'm going to put in a name. The name is going to be Boxing Lime. Appearance, you can mess with all this stuff. Right now I don't care about that. I want to talk about statistics, which brings me to talking about this guy over here and a little bit of about the game. So this is like an open world PvP game. The game is really like a social game where everyone is either helping each other fight or fighting each other. So PvP is like the end game. Okay, so when you're making a character, you want to make sure that you're good to go for PvP. If you end up messing with stats or choosing really bad stats, you can kind of nerf your character. So I don't really agree with a lot of the stuff that's recommended in the game. So right here, off to the right, I have 3 different examples of 3 simple and kind of generic builds. So this one's called the PF, okay, and these are the stats for a PF. So you would plug these in. So you'd go 50, 50 might, 10 intellect, 10 intellect, and follow it all the way down. So a pure fighter is going to be somebody who uses like only weapons. Okay, they have like buffs for spells, but they don't attack with magic. A 3-schooler is like a hybrid, so they attack with weapons, but they also have they also attack with a little bit of magic. I don't want to get too much into it, but just trust me, if you want to mix, I would go with these stats. Okay, that leaves you lots of different options. And then if you want to go with like what they call a mage, somebody who has 4 schools, so 2 or maybe even 3 schools of like aggressive magic, you would go with those stats. So you'd go, if you wanted this guy, you go 30 might, tone it down to 30, put in 45 intellect. I'm gonna go with a PF. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the pure fighter for this. So I'm gonna go 50. I'm gonna go 10, 45, 50. Drop the mysticism down to 5, so I can go all the way up on agility. And again, lots of personal preference here. Lots of different ways to skin a cat. So if you play the game more and you want to build a second character and tailor it a little bit more to you once you know the pitfalls of stats, then you're good to go. But these are 3 very safe groups of stats where if you choose these, you'll have a good character. Okay, you're not going to be screwing yourself over by starting playing this game. You don't know what's going on. You're just jumping in. You choose some bad stats. You play a couple days, and then you have to go back and redo it because you chose bad stats. Second thing after stats is in 95% of cases, you're going to start off doing weapon craft, which is like weapons and stuff. Okay. Skip spells, don't buy any spells. Just get skills. You're going to want to get block, dodge, and slash. And just trust me with that, like 95% of builds, very rarely do you want to go something other than block, dodge, and slash for character creation. Alright, we hit OK. Now we're in Raza. So I have this ugly chick, cool, Boxing Lime. And we're in Raza now, and Raza is like a little, it's a really small little city that is separate from the main world, and it's just meant for you to be able to learn a little bit about how the game works. Let me just adjust this a little bit. Bring these guys down. Alright, cool. So, I'm going to go here to this chest. They put a chest over here where I can get some gear. And it's empty because somebody looted it all. That's cool. If I click right here, I've got my spells. Everyone starts with blink. Blink just puts you in the center of the room. I've got those 3 skills that I bought. Block, dodge, slash. I've got my stats that I selected. And this right here is my inventory. Okay, I'm going to double click the mace to equip it. I've got 500 shillings. And I'm going to go over here to the blacksmith and hit spacebar. Alright, spacebar puts me through the door. In order to buy something, I'm going to go down here to the text box and type buy, enter. I can buy all the stuff, so I'm going to click on this and this. Can't afford that. I'm just going to get the leather armor. Buy. Okay. End. I'm going to hit end, which makes me do a 180. Go back out, hit spacebar, and walk on through. And I'm going to talk to somebody. So I'm going to talk to, who's online right now? I'm going to talk to Cyril. I'm going to type T, type in the name Cyril, say hi. That's going to send a tell to Cyril. So that's a one-way communication to any player in the game, use a tell. I do have in my options, if I go to game and configuration, I have classic key binding set and then quick chat set. So I play this game like I used to play it when I was 13 years old. I know now they have it different. They have it, WASD for movement, but I use the arrow keys. I also don't use mouse look, so I know this might be frustrating to be getting a tutorial, and it's not the default settings, but most of the stuff is applicable, okay? So again, I'm going to go back to the communication. If you want to tell somebody hi, you go down to the text box, and you do T space, enter their name, and then whatever message. So I'm going to tell Cyril, respond please. Okay, she's being a jerk. If I want to yell, I type Y, space, and then enter the message. Yell, hi guys. When you yell, anybody in a adjacent screen can see it. If I want to just say something, I type S, space, and the message. Say the message. Say hello. If I want to broadcast, I type B, space, and then I say hello world, and that goes to the whole server, but it also costs half my mana up here, which is how they balance it, so you're not spamming the server nonstop. Okay, so that's the basics of communication you get in here. I showed buying stuff from the NPCs, the non-player characters. I'm going to go into the crypt over here and fight a little bit. So I'm going to hit spacebar, go into the crypt, and when you start playing, none of this is going to be mapped out, but I've already been here, so it saves the map. I'm going to go find something to kill, and I'm going to swing at it. The default for attack is E, like echo. I'm using just control because I'm on the classic key bindings. Okay, so I killed it, I hit enter, and then I can scroll over to get, to pick up stuff off the ground. I can also type get, which I'll show you in a second. So I'm going to type get down here, hit enter, and then it picks it up. You can also bind it to key bindings and everything, so you hit like F12, then F12 picks everything up really quick. Oh man, that's only three kills, okay. So I just got the tougher message. You can see it down there, you suddenly feel a bit tougher, which means that I gained a hit point. So you can see up here my health went from 20 to 21. So when you start off, it's pretty easy. But when you're in this little fake city of Raza, you're going to want to do this and get to 25 HP. Alright, so we're going to imagine that there we go, Saul responded. I'm going to kill this stuff. I'm going to say get. And we're going to pretend that we got to 25 HP. And then we're on our way out of here. I never even put my armor on. So I can right click the armor and say use, or I can just double click on and off. Or just click it once and hit spacebar. Lots of different ways to skin a cat with the controls. You guys can also check out on the Steam page, there's a thing somewhere in the community pages or whatever, there's a thing with Khan's like guide. Khan was a player we used to play with that was really helpful and would do all kinds of stuff like that. So he has this guide for setting up the controls. Okay, so this was the blacksmith, right? We're going to go over here to the reg shop. His space to go through the door. And this is the reg NPC. Regs in this game are anything like these mushrooms or orc teeth or herbs. Regs they're called regents. They're like what you burn up when you cast spells. So most spells require, it's like the cost of casting the spell. So at a reg shop, I'm gonna type O. Do that a little fast. Okay, I'm gonna type O, which is short for offer. Hit enter, and select the stuff that I want to sell to the NPC, and then hit accept. Okay, and I got some money for that. Hit N to do a 180. Go back out the door, hit space, take a little tour of the place. This is the building I came out of, this is the inn, Raza Inn. Okay, and then over here we have like another little tavern or something, the pub. And you can buy food over here. I'm going to talk about vigor for a second. So, I'm going to buy food, loaves of bread, buy 4. You don't have enough money. Okay, I'm going to buy 2. So, because I got the tougher, it boosted my vigor up to 200. But the default is 80. So, when you're fighting, if you have low vigor, you don't heal as fast. So how you get vigor back up to 80. If say you get down to like 30 or something or even lower, you hit R and enter. And that makes you rest. You can't move, you can't do anything, so make sure you're safe when you do it. You hit R and you rest and you wait till it gets back up to 80. Then when you're done, you hit ST and then you stop resting. And then to get it even higher than 80, what you would do is you would eat food. And you get full and everything, but maybe you get your vigor up to like 150 and you're good to go. You want to keep your vigor high because the less you have to stop and heal, the faster you can kill stuff, and the faster you build your character, and then the faster you get to killing other people and having a good time and enjoying the game, which really is the point of the game, just running around and killing everybody. It's a lot of fun. I haven't played another game like it. So we're going to pretend that we're 25 HP and we're good to go. We're going to leave Raza and head to the main world by going into this building and then going through this portal. So I click on the portal. Entering this portal strips you of your training gear and brings you into the mainland of M59. Okay. And there we are. And now we're in Meridian, ready to go die to different stuff. Quick crash course. Hope it helps. There should be some pages on Reddit. There should be a Discord channel going around. I'm going to put this up here. I'm going to put the website for a good reference, www.gilcon.net/Meridian, where you can read up on like the different monsters and what HP they take you to, the different schools, like the different magic, the different levels. Like say you want to look at core, which is like the evil school or whatever, and it's got levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It shows you what they have in each level, so you can kind of design your character or look at what you might be able to do. Hope this saves you guys some headache, and we'll see how this uploads to YouTube. Thanks, good luck.